Hello students, today we will be studying about metallic solids from class 12 chapter 1 chemistry solids. In the previous session we had seen about ionic solids. So now let's study about metallic solids. As always, we always answer the 6 questions. So here also in this metallic solids we need to answer those 6 questions. First question was, what are the constituent particles? What are the constituent particles? A second question was about the type of bonding that is seen in this metallic solids or in any solids. Then we study about their physical nature. We must know about their physical nature, then melting point and boiling point, about their conductivity, and finally some examples. This is what we do always, right? So this is, if you go in this, if you study it like answering each of these questions, this will be very easy for you. Okay, so let us answer each of the questions. Metallic solids. What are the constituent particles in metallic solids? We had seen ionic solids, right? In ionic solids, what were the constituent particles? As the name suggests, they are ions. So here in metallic solids, only one ion, only the positive ion, that is only the cation is present. Constituent particles are positive ions. Positive ions. Where? In a sea of delocalized electrons. In a sea of delocalized electrons. Now, why am I using words like in a sea of? This is because delocalized electrons, there are plenty of delocalized electrons, and in between here and there we have some positive ions. So the constituent particles are some positive ions in a sea of delocalized electrons. So you understood what are the particles, what are the constituent particles in metallic solids, right? Next we have what type of bonding. Let us understand the type of bonding. Here it's metallic bonding. Okay, bonding is metallic. Physical nature is hard. It is hard, but it is malleable and ductile. Malleable means it can be made into thin sheets, and ductile means it can be drawn into thin wires. This is what you have studied in 8th standard, 10th also. Now talking about melting and boiling point, when it comes to metallic solids we only talk about the melting point and not about the boiling point. In ionic solids melting and boiling point was very high. Same here, boiling point will not be there, but melting point is there and it is very high. It is fairly high melting point. Don't talk about boiling point here in metallic solids. Okay, fairly high melting point. And now talking about the conductivity, they are conductors in solid states. Okay, they are conductors in solids as well as in molten state. Conductors in solids and molten state. Last we have some of the examples. Here metallic solids, right? So metals should only come. Some of the examples are some of the metals: iron, copper, silver, magnesium. Just all the metals are metallic solids. So see, we answered all the 6 questions, and yes, that's all. This is enough. just put all these points together and you can write it in sentence, and that is enough. So the constituent particles are positive ions in a sea of delocalized electrons. We should say the word in a sea of, because that indicates that delocalized electrons are plenty, many are there. Alright, so bonding is metallic, physical nature is hard, but they are malleable and ductile. Melting point is only what we are talking about, and melting point is fairly high. Conductivity, they are conductors in solids and both solids, they are conductors in both solids and so in both solid state as well as in molten state. Examples: FeCu, iron, copper, magnesium, silver, any of the metals. Okay, now if you get a question like this, write a short note on metallic solids. How will you answer? This is what you must write. Okay. The constituent particles are, what are they? They are positive ions in a sea of delocalized electrons. In a sea of delocalized electrons. What kind of bonding exists? The bonding is metallic. Physical nature is hard, but they are malleable and ductile. And they have fairly high melting point. They are conductors in solid state as well as in molten state. Some of the examples are silver, magnesium, copper, zinc, iron. Just write any metals. Okay, so write a short note on metallic solids. This is what you have to write, and the marks is yours. Okay, constituent particles are positive ions in a sea of delocalized electrons. The bonding is metallic. Physical nature is hard but malleable and ductile. They have fairly high melting point. They are conductors in solid state as well as in molten state. Examples are silver, magnesium, copper, zinc, gold, iron, all those. So see, just answer these questions. What are the constituent particles? What kind of bonding is seen? What is the physical nature? What is the melting point? How is the melting point? Then about the conductivity, and just write some examples. Just answer these 6 questions, and there is nothing to by heart, there is nothing to remember. Okay, just understand and learn, and it's going to be quite simple. Alright, so if you understood this, it's good, and if you have any doubts, then put your questions in the comment section. I will surely answer it to you. So till then, let's see in the next session, and in the next session we will be studying about covalent solids or network solids. Okay, so let's see in the next class. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.